Hello and welcome back to The Fruit of Grisaia, Sachi's route. In the last episode, Sachi moved in with her uncle after her parents got hit by a truck, killing her father instantly and putting her mother in a vegetable coma state in the same hospital that Sachi was being treated in. Sachi then managed to get herself better through sheer will force and the idea that she had to become a good girl in order for things like this to never happen again. No matter what, she had to be obedient. We learned that that was the reason that she entered Mihama Academy after she, following the orders of getting rid of a midterm test, burned her old school to the ground. Right, let's continue. No. Huh? I'm sorry. What's wrong, Sachi? She's having a nightmare, I guess. Just look at all that sweat. Alright, let's wake her up first and ask questions later. I don't know much about this stuff, but are you sure we can just do that? It's better than letting her dream. Tossing and turning like that has got to be more exhausting than being awake. I agree. Okay, I'll do it. Hey, Sachi, wake up, Sachi. Mommy, Daddy. It's not good, I'm shouting in her ear, but she still won't wake up. In that case, we'll have to... Move it, Qa'Rajh, I'll take over. Hey, Sachi, I'm talking to you, girl. Wake up. Sachi? Michiru-sama? Thank goodness you woke up, Sachi. And Maki-chan. Yeah, Amane and Queen Frostina are here too. Yeah. Here would be... Right, it's a hospital in Mishima Cape. A hospital? Oh, that's right. I did faint, come to think of it. Yes, you did. We came to visit and found you tossing in your sleep, hence the sudden awakening. I do apologize for making a nuisance of myself. Don't. You got nothing to apologize for, Sachi. Hey, Sachi, that dream seemed kinda... Michiru, don't. Not now. Right, sorry, Sachi. Why are you apologizing, Michiru-sama? Never mind, it's nothing important, don't worry about it. Yes, certainly. Let's just say all that's well ends well. We found Sachi and it seems like she's okay. That's the only thing that matters. Avani is right. This is one heck of a relief. I was crazy worried when you disappeared, Sachi. You even had me out searching for a while there. I do apologize. I've caused you all a great deal of trouble. Nice going, Yumiko. Now you made Sachi apologize again. I didn't say anything that wasn't true. So what? Sometimes friends leave things unsaid, right? I really am very sorry. It's fine. I mean, you were just waiting for Yuuji like you promised, right? Yes, I did make a promise, so... Right, in that case, you didn't do anything bad, Sachi. No worries. Amane-san? Just the sort of compassion I'd expect from my Amane. Your heart's as big as your tits. A surprisingly apt standard of comparison. Even you, Sakaki-san? Alright, Sachi, your current job is to rest up and take it easy. Get better soon, alright? Yes, of course. Stop thrashing around, Makina. You're gonna hurt yourself. I can't help it. Amane, you're a beast with that brush. When I enter the dorm for the first time in 3 days, I'm greeted by the familiar sight of Amane grooming Makina in the lobby. Hey, Amane. Sachi's scheduled to leave the hospital today, right? Yeah, that's right. What, Yuuji? Oni-chan, where the heck have you been? Well, here and there. Here and there does not cut it, mister. We only found Sachi and then Yuuji disappeared too. Everybody was worried, you know. Sorry, I had a job come in and then I needed to butter up JP for a while. Couldn't quite find the time to come back. Butter up JP? Well, I guess you could say that was part of the job too. Whatever, but if you had to work, you could have at least told us. Dang straight, Chiru was wandering in the hallways in the middle of the night moaning like a banshee, you know, with cling wrap on her head, no less. I think that's just her regularly scheduled maintenance. But judging from that first question, you're planning to come with us to bring Sachi home, Yuuji? Actually, I was going to ask if you'd let me take care of that by myself. Sorry, why just you? Sachi and I are thick as thieves. It's only natural that I'd be there when she leaves the hospital. Yeah, I do understand that you want to be there. This is just me being selfish. But the thing is, I've got something important to discuss with Sachi, so it'd be more convenient if we could have some privacy. Privacy, you say? Yeah, I do. Don't worry, I'm planning to fill you in afterwards. I see. Amanda rests her hand on her chin and nods thoughtfully. Alright then, if you say so. We'll wait here. What the heck? Where did this sudden consensus come from? I mean, we'll be able to see Sachi soon enough, even if we don't meet her at the hospital. No reason to get out our knickers in a twist. Stop staring at my butt! It was a figure of speech, as in, this really isn't worth getting upset about. Oh, you're superstitious. You're suspiciously understanding. Guess you slipped your baguette or two beforehand, eh? Okay, first of all, you're the only person I know who can be bribed with a loaf of bread. And second, it's pretty rare for Yuuji to ask for a favor, right? Oh, now that you mention it. I'm not particularly conscious of that myself, but I guess I'll have to take their word for it. So, that alright with you, Machina? I'll make some snacks while we wait. Yeah, sure about that, Jeff? My tongue's a pitiless critic. Yeah, I'll put forth the utmost effort. Sorry, you two. It's all good. Just make sure you take care of her luggage, alright? Yeah, of course. And no screwing in the hospital, you got that? Yeah, of course. Captain, I'd expected a suspicious delay before that response. Right, I think that's just because your question was so stupid. When I quietly opened the door to her hospital room, I find Sachi up and about, neatly folding her blankets next to the bed. I'd bet good money you're one of those people who make their own bed when staying in a hotel. How did you? Anybody could guess from the look of this little scene. Well, if they weren't distracted by the completely out-of-place maid outfit first. If you're saying casual attire is inappropriate for leaving the hospital, I can get changed into my school uniform right away. Well, I don't think it's exactly a formal occasion or anything. In that case, I prefer to stay in my maid uniform. After all, I was instructed to wear it when I can. Right. There's an awkward moment before I can manage to respond. Now that I know about Sachi's principles, those typical words inspired a twinge of something like pity. Alright, I'll take care of the bedding. But You're still recovering. Spare the back talk for another time, alright? If you say so, Kasami-san, I do appreciate it. Sure. Changing places with Sachi at the side of her bed, I quickly remove the sheets and begin to fold the mattress. As I work, Sachi stares intently at my face. You have something you want to ask me? Go ahead. Well, in that case, why are you here, Kasami-san? There's something strange about me coming back to pick you up from the hospital. No, I wouldn't say that, but while I was hospitalized, you never visited. Oh, you missed me? More than anything else, I thought you might have been angry at me, Kasami-san. And why would you think that? Well, when we met at the park, you had a rather distressed look on your face. I see, so that's it. Yes. As she speaks, Sachi's expression is distinctly downcast. Not a look you see on her face often. Normally, Sachi can present an expression of unperturbed, detached calm under virtually any circumstances. This must have been bothering her a great deal, and if so... Actually, Sachi, I had something I wanted to discuss with you. It's sort of related to your question just now. Something to discuss? Yeah, it's kind of important. In other words, did the owner of the tobacco store finally discover the identity of his wife's lover? That's important to you? What are you saying, Kasami-san? It's been the hot topic in the shopping district since before the summer vacation began. To that effect. We seem to have gotten a bit sidetracked here. Anyway, let's finish up here first. We can talk after. Yes, certainly. Well, mind explaining why you called this little group meeting without even giving Kumine-san time to unpack? Also, why in the classroom? In uniform, even. Immediately after returning from the hospital with Sachi, I arranged for all of our dorm mates to gather in the classroom, resulting in this admittedly justifiable barrage of questions. Sorry to stand on ceremony and all, but this is something of a formal report, so I figured it couldn't hurt to have an appropriate setting. A formal report? Yeah. In order to ensure Mihama Academy remains a harmonious living environment for everyone here, there's something I need to announce to all of you immediately. Very well then. So, what is this formal report of yours concern? Well, to get straight to the point, Sachi and I are dating now. I draw Sachi up to my side by the waist, say what needs to be said, and wait. The classroom goes dead silent for a long moment. Our 4 classmates scattered randomly across the room stare up at us. A range of uncomprehending quizzical expression frozen on their faces. In the end, the first to break their increasingly awkward stalemate is Sachi. None of you seem particularly surprised. What? No. We are plenty surprised, let me assure you. Is that so? But everyone seemed quite calm. Calm might not be the right word. More like shocked, speechless. I thought my heart was about to stop. For reals! Yeah, this is serious business. Qa'Rajh's brain cells have enough problem as it is without you guys cutting off her blood supply. Things could have gotten even more tragic up there. That's right, what she said! You really didn't notice that she was insulting you? Tragic indeed. Huh? What? Okay, Michiru was one thing, but I didn't really expect the rest of you to have trouble getting your heads around this. Well, yeah, we get what you're saying, but this is really abrupt in a lot of ways, you know? I knew you two were getting along lately, but even my formidable powers of intuition hadn't foreseen this. Indeed, even for an April Fool's prank, this is in rather poor taste. Hold it, Sakaki. 2 things. 1, it's July. 2, what are you planning to do with that? That entirely depends on your response. Alright, I'll say this again as unambiguously as I can. Sachi and I are really dating, not a joke. When I declare the matter in the simplest possible terms, a brief silence settles in the classroom for the second time in the last few minutes. Kumine-san, is what he says true? Yes, just a little while ago on the way back from the hospital. Okay, Sachi, as for the important discussion. Yes? I want you to be my girlfriend. Alright with you? Certainly, if you say so, Kasami-san. That would be the rough outline. So you just said okay right away, Sajin? Indeed I did. Casual much is like, hey, join the soccer team with me, and you're all, well, if you say so, except without the soccer team, and now you're dating? Well, yes, that would be a fairly accurate description of the mood. Leaving the mood aside, are you really sure about agreeing without even thinking it over? By which you mean? Look, if you start dating someone, that means you're going to become a couple, right? So if you're going to go out with someone, it should fundamentally be a person you are interested in, right? Yes, I do believe you're right about that, Amane-san. I'm going to be blunt. Kumine-san, what do you think of Kasami-kun? Well, I don't dislike him. So, do you like him then, in a romantic sense? I'm not entirely sure. The moment those words leave Sachi's mouth, the tense atmosphere in the room softens rapidly. Not quite sure, huh? She said something pretty similar when she moved her seat, didn't she? That's probably how she really feels, right? In that case, I don't suppose we need to be too worried for the moment. And the aggressive inquisitors, who seemed just about ready to physically go for my throat a minute ago, nod in apparent satisfaction. I don't quite follow, but does this mean none of you have any objections? Don't be freaking ridiculous! You know Sachi is a good girl who can't turn down a request, and you're taking advantage of it. You're pretty much forcing her into this, you know? I'm not holding a gun to her head, am I? Well, maybe not, but... Hey, Sachi, if you don't like this idea, I'm completely fine with you turning me down, alright? You can be honest. So, keeping that in mind, I'm going to ask one more time. You willing to be my girlfriend?
Yes, that's quite alright. I honestly don't dislike the idea of dating you, Kasami-san.
There, straight from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, but that's a really unfair way to ask the question.
Okay, let me ask you something. How would a fair romance work exactly?
What?
Pursuing someone romantically means trying to monopolize their affection. Of course, you use everything you can to try and get a foot in the door. Love's fundamentally selfish. I don't see any real difference between my strategy here and, say, your Sunder's thing, or Amana and her chest blubber attacks. Am I wrong?
What the heck? Everything out of his mouth sounds like a load of crap, but it's almost convincing somehow. But...
Alright, I'm not unsympathetic to your complaints. If you feel Sachi's consent isn't enough under the circumstances, I'll provide you with an even better argument.
You have a trump card up your sleeve?
Yeah, truth is, I've kept this quiet until now, but...
But?
Sachi and I are childhood friends.
And so the third silence settles on the classroom. Then, I guess there's nothing more to be said. What? Matsushima-san? Why on earth would that convince you? Come on, what do you want me to do? Sudara may be a major brand, but childhood friend is still the market leader. Is that really the issue here? Sachin, is that true? Yes, when we were younger, Kasami-san and I were playmates for a time.
Incidentally, back then we called each other Sachan and Yukon.
Yukon? The heck are you getting embarrassed for?
That's not all. Back in the day we kissed on a regular basis.
Kissed? To be more precise, lip on cheek, I suppose you could call it a kiss, but a smack might be more appropriate description. A smack, huh? Sachin, you're a pretty brazen little Lolita. The indiscretions of youth, as they say. No, I think you were a little too youthful for that.
So anyway, put a romantic spin on all this and you could call it a miracle that Sachi and I were reunited here.
Come on, a miracle? Coincidence seems more appropriate.
Call it whatever you want. The odds of us meeting again were incredibly low, probably millions to one. Yet here we are. Also, how a romance starts off isn't the most important thing. What matters is how you grow into it.
Grow?
Yeah. I know Sachi probably doesn't have clear romantic feelings for me yet. But when I found her, she'd been waiting for me in the pouring rain for an entire day without even an umbrella. I've been thinking things over seriously since then, and I've made up my mind. I want to see her happy, so I'm going to make that happen, whatever it takes. I'll protect Sachi to the extent she's comfortable with, and I won't make her regret becoming my girlfriend. I can promise you people that. Still have a problem? Find someone who can make her happier than I can and I'll gladly step aside. But not until then. Seems I've reduced Amana to illiterate grunts.
I mean, when you talk like that, what the heck are we supposed to say? We couldn't make you say the same for us, plain and simple. Amana's tone of voice is vaguely sulky, not unexpected in her case, but I'm slightly surprised to see Sakagi and Michiru showing similar mixed emotion on their faces. In other words, since Sachi got all sappy stuff out of Onichan, she's the winner. The winner? You betcha! You triumphed gloriously in the fight for this school's sole scrap of man-meat. Is that so?
Okay, let's try this again. You willing to accept our relationship?
Well, what do you have to say to the man cub people? Well, after hearing all that, I guess we don't have much choice, do we? I suppose not. Yeah, I agree as well. Well, there you go, boss.
Thanks for the summary, but what about you, Magna?
Ooh, I'm a reasonable and selfish girl by nature, you know. I wasn't planning to kick up a fuss in the first place. That's it. If you make my adorable Sachin cry, I'll lodge a formal objection in the appropriate venue at once.
Sounds about right.
Okay, we have us a deal. Hey, Amana, is it just me or does Makina seem weirdly mature all of a sudden? Yeah, you're not wrong. Seems like I've managed to persuade them for the time being. Alright then, looks like we're pretty much done here. Sachi and I are going to head out now. Oh, did you have something further planned?
Yeah, wanted to talk some stuff over now that things are official. Alright, later. Let's go, Sachi.
At your service.
He's already giving us some gross pet name, laying it on thick right off the bat, aren't ya? I think saying at your service to your boyfriend is the weirder part here.
Well, I'm still trying to get my head around the whole childhood friend thing. To be certain, there is a great deal I'd like to say about this. But sometimes that sort of forcible approach may just be what the doctor ordered. After heading out onto the roof with Sachi in tow, I lean back against the tall wire fence and exhale.
Phew.
My classmates' reactions were a little unpredictable, but in the end I managed to get their consent, if not approval. With our relationship established, I'll be able to spend more time around Sachi without it seeming unnatural. Simply being there should be a good first step. Sachi stands at my side with a typically excellent posture, staring off vaguely into the distances of lost in thought.
Sort of threw things into a commotion the instant you got out of the hospital, didn't I? You feeling alright?
Ah, yes, I rested for 3 full days, so I've completely recovered.
That a fact?
Yes. Even so, she responds to my questions immediately, turning toward me with a pleasant smile on her face. To be sure, that's all completely standard Sachi, but the way she was gazing off absent-mindedly instead of waiting attentively for her next orders is a little unusual.
Also, I know this is a little late in the game, but sorry about springing the girlfriend thing on you out of nowhere.
No, that's quite alright. I'm very happy that you asked me, Kasami-san.
Happy, huh?
If what Sachi called happiness now was really something deserving of the name, I don't think I would have gotten this worried about her. At the moment, she's buried her feelings so deep that she can't even give herself a straight answer about whether she likes me. But for some reason, becoming a formal couple should be a meaningful development.
Anyway, I know it must seem sudden, but I meant what I said to the others. Now that we're dating, I'm going to put real effort into being your boyfriend. That's a promise. Fair warning, I'm planning to give a few pushes forward to help you be yourself.
Help me be myself? The discussion seems to have taken a rather philosophical turn.
I'm not going to explain yet. You'll have to wait and see.
I see. A Kasami-style surprise, is it?
That it is. Got a bit excited?
Yes, at the moment I wouldn't be surprised if you had properly declared your candidacy for Prime Minister.
You really should be. Look, there's no point in acting surprised now, okay?
I see. The timing is rather difficult, isn't it? Even in casual, aimless conversation like this, such as self-imposed rules regularly assert themselves. No matter what happened in the past, she's a student at Mihama Academy now. In that case, we may as well get her a few appropriate memories to remember her student life by. I think that's what Sachi needs more than anything else right now. It's not going to solve all her problems, but it's a necessary start.
Okay, here's the thing. Now that we're in a relationship, there's 3 things I want you to try and do for me, Sachi.
Now we get to the heart of the matter. I'm to receive your lust, provide an outlet for your passion, and satisfy your carnal desires, yes?
Not only are you spectacularly wrong, but all 3 of those mean the exact same thing.
Then...
Number 1. Try to spend as much time with me as you can, within reason.
Within reason? In other words, all day with the exception of time spent sleeping, bathing, and using the toilet?
Roughly, yeah, but I'm not looking to establish any hard and fast rules here. Don't think too hard about these.
Certainly. Sachi closes her eyes and nods slightly to herself in a familiar gesture. Come to think of it, this probably signifies the moment where she binds herself to a new precept.
Okay, second up.
Yes?
From now on, I want you to try and actively think about the reasons behind things.
The reasons?
That's right. Remember that time a while back when Michiro asked to bring her a metal bat?
I believe so. Wasn't this the same day I cleaned the grand bath with you, Kasami-san?
That's right. At the time you told me you weren't interested in the reason Michiro wanted the bat. But I think you'd be better off showing a little more curiosity about things like that. For one thing, some effort in that department should help cut down on those weird misunderstandings you're always making.
I see. A very reasonable suggestion.
Alright. As for number 3, generally speaking, I want you to observe my behavior carefully.
I'm sorry, but could you please elaborate?
Yeah, let's see. As your boyfriend, I'm going to spend a lot of time with you. We'll do plenty of things together and talk a lot more than we used to. So as my girlfriend, I'd like you to actively make a note of how I act in any given situation. I know you might not understand at the moment, but I think it's going to be helpful down the road.
Alright, in that case, I'll thoroughly burn your every word and deed into my memory, Kasami-san.
Yeah, you do that.
So far, so good. If these rules function properly, the time we spent together should prove beneficial to Sachi.
That's all I wanted to say, but you have any questions on your end, Sachi?
Well, yes, there is one thing I'd like to ask.
Good to hear. Shoot.
Yes, the truth is, I've been wondering about this for a while now. Kasami-san, have you decided to shift your method of addressing me from Sachi to Sachi?
I was just thinking about how unusual it was for you to be staring off into the distance, but you were worrying about that, of all things?
What are you saying, Kasami-san? One's popular designation is a matter of significant importance not only in daily life, but even in the midst of combat operations. If, for example, your codename were Michiru-sama rather than Mad Hatter, every transmission would be met with an explosion of scornful amusement, rendering your job all but impossible to perform.
You know, Michiru would bite your leg if she heard that.
But considering the Michiru-sama incident, this does seem a fairly important point to Sachi.
Alright. If that's a big deal to you, I'll think it over carefully.
I do appreciate it.
That said, the nickname before was a completely spur-of-the-moment thing, and Sachi has always worked pretty well for me. Alright, I think I'm going to stick with Sachi after all. It's what I'm used to at this point.
Certainly. And on a related note, how should I address you, Kasami-san?
Let's see. The way she is now, Sachi could probably call me Oni-chan or darling without even batting an eyelid if asked. Might be something worth taking advantage of since I have the chance. Alright then, from now on, why don't you call me Yukon, the way you used to?
I'd like to ask a question in accordance with Rule 2, if I may. Does that mean you'd find it more pleasant to be addressed that way?
Yeah, I guess. It's kind of nostalgic, and first names feels more natural for a couple, don't you think?
I see. I wasn't aware Yukon had such an effect on you.
If you like, I can call you Sachan myself.
That would overlap with Amanda-san somewhat, but if that's what you want, Kasami-san, I wouldn't dream of refusing.
Alright, understood. As always, she's seriously awkward when it comes to expressing what she really wants.
Make a laughing stuff out of my name, will you? It seems the time has come to throw down the gauntlet and show Sachi who's boss.
I really wouldn't try. You'd definitely lose, Michiru.
Gah!
More importantly, is it just me or is there nothing particularly out of the ordinary here? They seem to be rather enjoying themselves.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I actually feel a little bad for spying on them at this point.
See? I told you so. You're a bunch of worrywarts for real. Come on, Machina. You like Yuuji so much you're calling Oni-chan for crying out loud. What would you play in the mature voice of reason? Listen carefully, Chiro. Human beings are creatures defined by constant growth. The only people that ain't growing are people who stop moving forward. And you, in the TIS department. You're on the list now! I'm gonna make you cry, just wait and see!
I really wouldn't try. You'd definitely be the one blubbering in the end.
Don't give in. Don't let them bring you down. Me.
And that's where we'll end this episode. So we definitely got away from all the sadness and gloom that was Sachi's memories. Well, we shall see how this newfound relationship that really, who didn't see that coming? How that fares in the next episode. But until then, take care.